So a so-called Christian was arguing with me about something, that there is an order in heaven. The saints who died for God's work, John the Baptist. Certain people are given a special place in heaven, and then everyone, regardless if they're Jew, Greek, quote unquote Gentile, etc., and has an opportunity to go to heaven and share in the rewards. But there is a pecking order, and you hear the story of the Canaanite woman who says, "Well, the dogs eat the crumbs that fall off the master's table," and then Jesus says, "Your faith has saved you." It shows you that there's an order. That he said, "I came for the children of Israel." That these are the first and foremost. And that's another problem I personally have with Christianity versus Islam, is the treatment of the Jews being special. And I'm not going to get into that anymore. There's many of you who don't understand that, and it's one of the reasons why I chose Islam, and Islam makes more sense, and it's less, any religion that puts one group of people, one tribe over everyone else must be questioned, especially if it comes from that group of people. Anyway, moving on. I believe I had more. I believe we're on video. Yes, we are. We're on video 7. And I only got halfway through the notes of video 6 before I got a phone call. I was interrupted, so let me shoot through this. I got a lot of notes to go through. So remote surveillance is abused by mental health groups such as Pfizer Global Community, which does patient monitoring and monitoring of drugs. Cops call in little favors such as rush on fingerprints, giving people a hard time in jail for making them mad, and in the psych ward. And in Guantanamo Bay, you have rectal feeding. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's disgusting. So in people's religions who permit homosexuality, this makes it so being a suicide bomber makes more sense. Okay, you're better off blowing yourself up and killing your enemies than being, and getting it over with, than being subjected to years of sin and blasphemy by your enemies. And just, so you're better off blowing yourself up than just shooting them up and getting away, or you're better dying in a shootout than, being forced to surrender. And the mental health people will say, well, this is suicidal behavior, etc., etc. It's dangerous for you or to society, therefore you have a mental health issue, when really society has the issue and you're sent by God to correct it. Nixon said the Bohemian Grove is the most faggy thing he ever seen, in quotations. In one of my songs I said, they make you pay in institutions, make you pay on drugs, they make you pay until they gotta pay because I'm a thug. Think about what that means. Vested interests, gays, white racists who both oppose Islam and enforce psychiatry and push American culture. Police work with gangs, gays work with racists who are skinheads. It's an unholy alliance of vested interests. Sexual immorality and decadence in pre-Hitler Germany is one of the things that ironically caused Hitler to be mad at gays, and so it's a vested interest of it's an unholy alliance of vested interests when you have these people working together when they're supposed to oppose each other. But the number one concern of these people is the agenda of white supremacy. Homosexuality is a secondary concern to neo-Nazis. To drug someone up and damage their brain either by coercion or forced medication is dead wrong, just like homosexuality. Secret societies, Greek societies, which, fraternities, sororities, code of silence, prison guards, societies, all do sexual assaults. Not every single member, but it's common in their cultures and societies. Pedophilia is common in the secret society structure. Masses of brain-dead, gold-digging, soulless Babylonian whores who are either completely retarded or completely evil, since they are complicit and cool with it and hang out and date and marry members of these groups. What does that tell you about them? Secret societies violate confidentiality agreements. Masons use Muslim symbols because some Muslims have sold out and teach their occult stupidity, but they're really looking at, the commonalities of religions and looking for the true meaning, quote unquote, and they're twisting this. Because there is some truth in what they're doing, but they twist it. There is commonalities. It all comes from Black African ancient religions that are more ancient than any Greek or Persian or Babylonian religion, but they twist it. Moving on. They try to claim Egypt and its knowledge and claim black people are savages. Hypergamy means to date up in order to gain wealth and social status. A gold digger is a female who cultivates a personal relationship in order to gain wealth. And hypergamy, is common. It's a common psychological and sociological term. So what does that tell you? Women are gold diggers. They practice hypergamy, which is the same as practicing gold diggerism. It is nurture, not nature, that makes airheads this way. Media, weak parroting, capitalist society, weak friends, etc. Men's financial resources were positively associated with women on the street, giving them their number. Men's social status and women's receptivity to men's dating requests, a July 2012 study in the Swiss Journal of Psychology. They assume that evolutionary theory explained this. Feminism, the media, top 1% who want women to be the playthings of rich people, people who play the game the best rise to the top, like Monopoly, cars, chess, etc. This does not say anything about the person's intellect, ability, or capability. It is a game. It just says who's best at playing the game, especially when the game favors one group of people. Should we respect women as much as men, knowing this is how women are? Respect is earned. Also, women prove me right to take my oath, and just like the studies that show my videos are right half. I mix these studies with my great insight, and you all have your answer. I have my answer. Women and Captain Save a Sluts may make weak excuses about why they think I'm wrong, but let's face it, I am right. Finally, I'm into the notes for this video. Whew, I gotta shoot through these in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. There we go. Terrorism is the use of violent acts in an area as a way to achieve a military goal. By definition, drones, ground troops, police using threats of shooting, SWAT teams using same threats, and using the threat to breach and use dogs to get suspects to comply is terrorism. America and other nations, but firstly, America is the biggest terrorist of all, not jihadists by definition. The first thing I read was the definition of terrorism. Psychiatrists threaten people as well with medication, restraints, etc., using threatening people with violence to support a political agenda. Political means of or relating to government or the public affairs of a country. I'm making sure that, a lot of you think, duh, well, this has to be defined so you understand why America is the biggest terrorist of all. Anyway, gays as a group should be punished for how they treated me and attempted to hinder my progress, trolling, cyber attacks, and gang stalking. And it's not just me. Anyone who would have done the same thing as I have, trying to give you the truth at the expense of their own life and their own happiness, would have been treated this way. Therefore, these people deserve to be punished extra. Goes back to you put extras on it, the people of God should put extras on it too. I'd also like to point out that Islam is the fastest growing religion, not atheism or psychology or any of these satanic secret society religions, which should give you some hope. Also, that's why Islam is so targeted, because they don't like the competition, the opposition group. Bootlickers can use my videos, photos, stores video surveillance, and technology to make false videos and pictures of me. They will downplay my martial art achievements, though I went out of my way to show you that I am the best. If they take down my videos, you can imagine what I would have you do. Do the research into all the topics I bring and read between the lines. White people can say, give me liberty or give me death, and it is okay, but if blacks or Muslims say the same, we are considered terrorists or madmen. There's a Tupac line in rap that says, they call me a madman because I'm strong and bold, something about the lies you told. Anyway, thinking critically makes it harder for mind control to work, so they want you to practice mindfulness and to stay busy and to focus on what you're doing and to stay stuck on stupid. I made a 2-minute video about how, a quick video about how a 2-minute video was taken forever. They're jamming it. They sell these, signal jammers for cell phones, on the internet all over the place. Radio Shack, you can imagine how easy it is for them to jam your network and, to denial of service cyber attacks as well. I talk about martial arts woman on Facebook who tried to sabotage me. I talk about the University of Michigan guy who tried out for the football team, who lost to me 10-0 at sparring, and then he tried to stab me to death, and he failed, thus showing the relevance of sparring. Almost out of time and almost out of notes too. I got this. Because of the cyber attacks and the continued gang stalking, I decided to release the first 6 videos about UOP, and then I decided to release the rest because I told them you put extras on it.